Hey guys, I'm Maryam. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the look that I prepared for you guys today, a summertime version of a smoky eye with purple tones. One of my favorites, one of my go-tos if I'm wearing a black outfit or a white outfit. It just goes with everything, gives it that nice necessary pop that you're always looking for. And today, the palette that I'm using is this beauty by Natasha Denona. Let me show you these ridiculously gorgeous colors. When I tell you that this is probably my #1 favorite palette of the year, I am not lying. This baby is everything. It is super professional, super pigmented, smooth, silky, everything. But I will forewarn you, I've listed and linked this palette and all the products down below, but this one is not the most affordable one of them all, although it is worth every penny. You can definitely use whatever colors, whatever eyeshadows and palettes that you have. You don't necessarily need to use this one. I just prefer this one because it's amazing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, for following me every day, and for showing me your love. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as well as follow me on my Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on my blog. I'll see you guys there. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy this tutorial. So I already have my eyebrows done. I have my right eye done. I have my primer applied to my lid and onto my lower lash line. And the primer that I'm using is this one right here, Tarte CC Primer. I love, love, love this one because it's a crayon. And I also set my under eye with my setting powder, just to catch any fallout. And I guess I'm ready to begin. Let's begin this purple smoky eye. So the first thing that I'm going to do is pick up my Wayne Goss number 19 brush and dip it into this shade right here. This is Cordial from Jaclyn Hill Becca palette. And this shade is going to serve as my transition shade. It's a nice neutral with some cool undertones, perfect for a purple smoky eye. I'm just going to apply it slightly above my crease in that transition space. Same shade, different brush. This is Dose of Color pencil brush. And I'm just going to smoke out my lower lash line ever so slightly. Line it and wing it out, connecting it to the transition shade. Picking up this purple shade right here with a flat synthetic brush. I'm going to start tapping this onto my lid, onto the inner portion, then the outer portion, and then connecting the two on the top. I love Natasha Denona shadows because they come out just as the way that they look in the pan. The colors are super true, super pigmented. You don't need to put a sticky base underneath to make them pop. They just pop on their own. God, so gorgeous. The brush that I'm using is Stilazzi S105. Not sure where I got it, but I'm going to try to put a link down below for you guys so you can find it. I really like this one. It's perfect for smaller eyes. Great for getting into those little grooves right here, right there. Next, I'm lining my lower lash line with the tip of this brush. Gosh, I hate doing this on camera. It is so tough. And you just want to connect it to the outer corner, to that shape that you just created. Like that. Please, like, those colors are crazy. So to blend out the lower lash line, I'm just going to pick up that first brush that I used with Dose of Colors and just diffuse it ever so slightly. Makes a difference, huh? Next, I'm picking up Dose of Colors blending brush, and very gently, I'm just erasing that harsh edge, and I'm blending it with the transition color. Do you see how easily it happens with the Natasha Denona shadow? Doesn't get all over, doesn't get all muddy and dirty. It just blends out. It's also the brush. This brush is really nice. I'm just going over the edge, not really touching the color. However, if you do remove some color, you can always pack it back on, like so. Once you blended out the edge, you may want to go back with that transition brush and just blend the transition shadow into that edge of the purple shadow. Next, I'm just going to dip my finger into this lilac or lavender shade. Such a beautiful shade. And I'm just going to tap it onto the center that I left blank to give the eye look more dimension. I am in love with the shade. Picking up a bit of that dark gray shade. You can go for a burgundy shade as well if you want the look to be a little bit warmer, but I want it to be slightly cooler, so this is my pick. Very, very gently, I'm just going to layer this over the outer V, right here, that little soft groove, and a little bit on the lower lash line. It's alright if you have any fallout. That's why you have the setting powder to catch it and to dust it off later. Just going to slowly blend it out with little tapping motions. I'm using a no-name brush. Any pencil brush will do. Just a clean one. Next, I'm working on the highlight under my brow bone, and I'm using Benefit's Creamy Highbrow Pencil. I'm just outlining my brow shape underneath. Then I'm taking Sigma's Flat Definer Brush, number E15. This will not only give that perfect sharp edge to your brow, but it will also separate your transition shade, this right here, from your brow bone. And really clean up your look. Picking up this beautiful seashell toned color right here on a pinpoint brush, and I'm applying it liberally to the inner corner. Do you see how gorgeous this shadow is? Hello. Hello. Also applying a little bit under the high point of my brow arch. Okay, that's it for the shadow. Time for liner. I'm going to be using this double-ended Tarteist liner. So on one end it's a liquid liner, on the other end it's a pencil liner. Starting off with the pencil liner, I'm going to line the outer lower lash line just to sharpen it a bit. And then I'm going to set it with a little bit of that purple and gray shadow mixed, just so that it doesn't move around. Next, I'm flipping to the liquid liner portion of this liner, and I'm just lining my top lash line. Really like this marker. It's my first time using it, and look how easily it glides. Winging it out, connecting it back, and perfecting. And the thing that I love most about this liner is that it's super fine edge, can give you the most precise little lines, like the line of my wing or my little twiggies. Perfect. And now I'm just going to masquerade them with some mascara. This one's also from Tarte. Link is down below. As for all the products that I'm using, as always. And now that my lash glue has dried, I'm just going to conceal the lash band with the Tarte liner. Going over just the band and concealing that root where the false lash meets my lid. There. Makes such a difference. Oh, did I just draw myself? Here is the final eye look. Little purple rain on the lids. And if you guys want to take this daytime look into a more dramatic nighttime look, I suggest lining the waterline with black and just adding a little bit more dark shadow to the outer corner. That will make it pop a little bit more. But I kind of prefer this way a little bit better. I think it's more wearable and more fitting of all eye shapes. Okay, so time to finish up the face. I'm already wearing foundation and I feel like it's a little bit light for my face, so I want to chisel out some features, particularly my nose, and I want to add a little bit of overall warmth to my face. I'm going to be using this Motive Sculpt Series palette in Fire for warm skin tones, and I'll be using Wadey's awesome brush. It is 182 Wadey and Luxie Beauty. It's her nose chiseler brush. I'm going to dip the stiff side into this shade right here and very gently go along the sides of my nose from the forehead all the way down to the tip. I'm going to flip it to the other side. I'm going to blend it out. This is such a genius little brush. It's so easy to use. And it's perfect for cream products like the one that I'm using now. I feel like with such a strong eye look, you almost need to chisel out your nose a little bit. Otherwise, you just have these like two dark dots. But doing something like this brings the whole look together. I like to connect it to my brow too, right here. Boom. Now I've already set my under eye, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more powder right here to sort of highlight the center of my face. And I'm also going to come in on my nose right here to sort of reverse contour it. Stipple in that powder along my jawline to set it right here. This will sort of carve out those cheekbones without really applying too much contour powder. Again, reverse contouring. While my baking is setting, I'm going to pick up a little bit of Tantric bronzer by Marc with this brush right here. So the other side of the 180 brush. And I'm going to add warmth along the perimeter of my entire face. So along the forehead and sort of along the whole shape. Jawline, cheekbones. This is such a nice big fat brush. It's perfect for larger areas like your forehead or your neck. I quite like. Once everything is set, you can just use a fluffy brush to dust everything off. Now adding just a touch of blush, this one from Tarte. The name is Love. Ooh, it is very pigmented. So if you happen to put on a little too much blush, just take your previous brush, the one that you used to wipe off or dust off the baking powder, and just blend it out. Next is the highlighter. This is Urban Decay Afterglow. Just applying it to the tops of my cheekbones for a very nice iridescent glow. Kind of matches the shadow a little bit, but not too much, if you know what I mean. And that's it for the tutorial. Here is a close-up of the look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you get to wear it. And if you do wear it, don't forget to tag me on my Instagram so I can see it and like it. Thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing. I'll see you on my Snapchat, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on my blog. Till next time, I love you so much. I'm sending you all my hearts and kisses and love and hugs and everything, and I hope it reaches you well. Love you guys. Mwah.